Hey guys, what's going on? Steggy here with a video review of the Psyko Carbon 5.1 headset. Now last year I reviewed a headset from a little startup company called Psyko Audio. It was called the Psyko 5.1 headset, and it certainly turned a few heads thanks to its innovative design. Psyko's method of recreating a 5.1 sound in a headset lied in having the drivers of the headset rest in the headband, traveling down hollow tubes in order to deliver sound from different directions to your ear. It was an interesting idea, one that earned Psyko's CES 2009's Most Innovative Award. However, when I reviewed the Psyko 5.1 headset, I found that for the price tag, which was $300, and its big lack in sound quality, other headsets had a stronger hand at the time. Fast forward to today, and we have two new headsets from Psyko, the Krypton and the Carbon. While the Krypton is just a rebranded Psyko 5.1, the Carbon is Psyko's luxury offering for their 5.1 technology, boasting premium features like gold-plated jacks, braided cabling, and what caught my eye, better drivers. Above all else, both of these new offerings from Psyko come at a substantially lower price than their inaugural headset. The Krypton retails for $170 and the Carbon retails for $200. Now, armed with a lower price, a new look, new parts, and a new partner to deliver a console solution for Psyko technology, how does the Carbon stand up against today's top headsets? Alright, let's get into design. Now before I say everything about this headset, I do want to mention that it's probably a good idea if you read or watch my original review on the Psyko 5.1 headset, as I do mention some things on the original design of that headset that I'm not going to be mentioning in this one. If you've read my original review on the Psyko 5.1 headset, you won't see much change here with the Psyko Carbon. The pads, the look, the weight, etc. are all the same with the Psyko Carbon. What is different between the Psyko Carbon and the Psyko 5.1, however, are the add-ons I mentioned in the intro. You have the gold-plated jacks, which will lead to a better sound signal, and a braided cord, which alleviates you from having a case of the tangles. Other than that, the Psyko Carbon is rocking the stealth black paint job, letting you be a Ninja Pro in your living room while fragging noobs on Xbox Live in Black Ops. Now to give you a quick refresher course in Psyko technology, it goes as such. In order to recreate the sound you get from a 5.1 speaker setup, Psyko has put 5 drivers in the headband of the headset, and a subwoofer in each ear cup. There are then 4 hollow tubes, which they call waveguides, that have the sound travel through. You have a front left, a front right, a back left, and a back right waveguide. With this, when the sound comes at you, it's actually coming from that direction. The back right driver will come from the back right air tube, creating a realistic 5.1 surround sound experience. Not only that, but the sound will also come from the back left waveguide, but in a different way in a natural delay. The thought process is that with a speaker setup, when you have the back right speaker going, your left ear is going to get some of the sound from it, but it will sound a little different and it will be a little delayed considering your right ear is closer to the speaker than your left. The concept truly recreates a 5.1 speaker setup and is superior to the conventional 5.1 setups you see from other companies, which simply cram 4 drivers into each ear cup. Now the problem I had with the original Psyko 5.1 was even though it proved to have better replication of a 5.1 speaker setup over other conventional 5.1 headsets, the sound quality was on the same level as the other discrete 5.1 headsets out there, which wasn't good. Whether it was inherent from the way that the sound traveled through the tubes, or whether the drivers just needed to be upgraded, I wasn't really sure what the issue was there. But with the Psyko Carbon announced with its upgraded drivers, I was able to see if better sound could be achieved with Psyko technology. Getting into sound now, it's really hard to come up with any other phrase for the Psyko Carbon besides close but no cigar. Looking back to the original Psyko 5.1, words like tinny, shrill, and muddy come to mind. Listening to music on the original 5.1 brought harsh highs and an overall low definition sound. With the Carbon, there was a definite improvement for music both in clarity and sound signature. When I listened to music on the Carbon, I didn't use the surround left and right drivers. Doing this kept harsh highlights to music to a minimum. To compare the two headsets though, the Carbon with the original 5.1, if you were to take the surround left and right out of the Psyko 5.1 headset, it would have a similar sound to the Carbon with that jack plugged in, though I'd say that the Psyko 5.1 is still even harsher in that respect. Basically, I didn't find the 5.1 to be enjoyable when listening to music, or really in my case, since I'm an audiophile, listenable at all. The harsh highs gave me headaches, but with the Carbon this was absent thankfully. But I'm still not getting the sound quality that I'd get out of cheaper headphones and stereo headsets. So you can listen to the Carbon for music over stock monitor speakers, but just don't expect an audiophile experience with them. Alright, getting into gaming now. To put it simply, the Carbon's improvements in the sound department led to a better listening experience, which is important for gaming. I found myself to be fatigued after a short while with the original Psyko headset, but this wasn't the case with the Carbon. With the Psyko 5.1, it was mainly that gunfire that caused the throbbing before because of the shrill highs, but because of the toned down highs in the Carbon, gunfire wasn't really a problem here, and I could focus better on footsteps and enemy positions. There's no denying that the concept of Psyko's audio technology is geared towards directionality, and you definitely get that when gaming. If you purchase the Psyko Carbon, you'll be able to hear where footsteps are coming from, or reloading, etc. It isn't really an issue with this little guy. Alright, so the Psyko Carbon and Krypton are still PC-only headsets like the original 5.1, but only sort of. Back when I reviewed the Psyko 5.1, I had jerry-rigged a setup to allow it to be used with the Xbox 360, thanks to a little kit from Competitive Gaming Audio, designed to allow discrete 5.1 headsets to be used on console. Fast forward to today, and CGA is now Psyko's North American partner, selling Psykos bundled with their kit. Now that this is an official offering from Psyko, what are my official thoughts on the Carbon console-wise with this CGA kit? Well, I mean, to put it simply, the CGA Psyko Kit does what it advertises. It allows you to use your 5.1 headset on the console, but that's everything it does. It's hard to describe the kit as anything other than jerry-rigging, because in the kit you have the decoder box, which takes the optical signal and converts it to analog, allowing your headset to plug in. For the mic jack in your headset, you're provided with a super long 3.5mm cable, which ends in a 3.5mm to 2.5mm adapter, which then plugs into your controller. With some headsets like the HPA2, which only have one set of analog 5.1 cables, this setup is somewhat manageable, but the CGA kit paired with the cables from the Psyko Carbon headset itself, paired with the cables from the Psyko Carbon amp, paired with the fact that the Psyko amp and CGA decoder both need to be plugged into the wall, leave you with a huge pile of cables on your gaming station. One thing that I will say is that the decoder box you see here is actually an older version of what they're selling now. The newer version actually outputs straight into 3.5mm, so you don't have the RCA to 3.5mm adapters in your setup. Now there are two more things I noticed when using the CGA setup. One was that the feature on the Psyko amp where you have the LED lights indicating which driver is active, basically showing you where the noise is coming from, was incapacitated due to the conversion of the optical to analog. All the lights just sort of flash at the same time. And the last thing to note about the CGA bundle is that you will not get game and voice chat balance. Now, I did talk to Psyko, and they still plan on releasing their own full console version for their headsets. Although not much could be disclosed, the new bundle will have game and chat balancing, since it's pretty much a standard now, and it'll hopefully be less of a hassle to set up than what it currently is. So with everything said, what are my final thoughts on the Psyko Carbon? Well, the fact that the headset sound has improved is one thing, but considering the cost of the headset has been cut by 33%, we have a substantially better offering from Psyko than their previous version. I would go as far as to say that this is a viable solution for PC gaming, but if you're looking for a headset that can do music and movies as well, the Carbon doesn't really fit the bill. Even though the headset has improved from its previous version, you can still get great directionality from the competition's virtual surround sound offerings, and those headsets or headphones also provide you with a means for high quality music and movie listening as well. But if you already have a solution for your music and movie needs and want to try a unique and innovative solution for gaming, take a look at the Psyko Carbon 5.1 headset. Alright, so that'll do it for my video review on the Psyko Carbon 5.1 gaming headset. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and if you really like this video, hit the favorite button as it really does help me out. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at MLGSteggy or like me on Facebook at facebook.com/MLGSteggy, where I update you on all of my reviews while answering your questions. Once again, this is Steggy, and until my next video, I will catch you guys later.